Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is First and foremost, I want to introduce myself. My name is Tequila Lynn Tyson. I'm actually coming to you this afternoon to talk to you about the Billion Coin, TBC. It is a cryptocurrency, a global cryptocurrency that is specifically designed to help end world poverty. I'm super excited about that. I've been a part of the TBC community since the early part of 2017, around February. And I just want to talk to you about how I actually got involved, a little bit about what TBC actually is, and talk to you about why you should want to choose this coin as one to invest in. It is one that will help to do what's necessary to empower you financially, empower your family and your loved ones. First and foremost, like I said, again, I became a part of the TBC community back in 2017, roughly around February. There was a business partner of mine by the name of Darnina. I had actually reached out to, I had been watching some things, and we were a part of a group where they were, she had actually become a part of this particular community prior to myself. And I was seeing testimonials on my page that I reached out on my Facebook page, rather, that were, feeding into my feed every single day. They were coming into my feed where I was seeing several business partners who were having success with the coin, had been investing for a while, and they were just getting a lot of financial increase in their lives. And so, being inquisitive as I am, I wanted to know more about it. I sat back for a little bit and I just watched. And initially, in the beginning, I thought I had to have a huge amount of money to get started. I actually was reluctant, and I just kind of took my time. And I wish, later on, I found out that that wasn't the right thing to do. In actuality, you want to come in as quickly as you possibly can because of the way the mechanisms and the growth of the particular coin. A lot of times, people will wait on things because they figure the more that they put in, the better off they are. And that's great. But the reality is, with this particular coin, because it accrues in value every single day, there is a 1 to 5% increase. It never decreases in value like other cryptocurrencies that are on coin market that fluctuate with regard to the supply and demand of the coin. It's kind of a crazy move not to invest as quickly as possible. When I began to learn and become educated and learn more about it, and realizing that I could, invest, people were coming in investing a small amount as, $10, $100, even, and I was seeing people doing transactions for $1,000, $10,000. I became super excited because I saw the power of the coin and what it could actually do for me and what it was actually doing for people. So again, like I said, I actually reached out to this particular business partner. She actually got me started. Initially, in the beginning, I started out with roughly, it was between $100 and $200. It was my last money. I was kind of like, when I tell you, going through some rough financial things. And when she told me about what the coin had actually been doing for her, and, in a period of time with investing and allowing her coin to build up, and then being able to go back and allow others to purchase coin from her, she was able to empower herself financially. I thought it was an amazing, amazing concept. And, based on a bartering system, allowing people to supply themselves with goods and services in exchange. It's an exchange, goods and services to transact in exchange for the billion coin. And again, like I said, that coin accumulating or accruing in value every single day, going up, never depreciating, 1 to 5% daily. Okay, so again, I was able to, I began to invest in the coin, add as much money as I possibly could day by day. And when I began to show other people and tell them what it was, and show them the successes of some of my business partners as I was allowing my coin to accumulate in value, I had taken certain people, these people, when they were coming in, because again, I was allowing my coin to accumulate. And that's what you really want to do. You want to be focused on accumulating as much coin as you possibly can. And then from that particular point, you can go on and exchange your coin, allow yourself some growth, so that from that particular point, you'll be able to do magnificent things as well. But I partnered with this particular business partner, brought people to her, and I was able to build my account up very quickly because of the commissions that I was actually making. So I was super duper excited about that. And within, a couple of months, I was able to, believe it or not purchase just one car, not purchase two cars, but purchase three cars, three vehicles, vehicles that, my daughter was just started college. She lost her father a couple of years before from terminal brain cancer, and I'm doing everything alone. I found myself, in a kind of a financial crisis, if you will, when this was presented to me. I had tried so many different things, and it just seemed like nothing was working for me. So I decided, again, like I said, this is a last resort, looking at the results, looking at the successes of other people, other business partners. And I knew that this was something, it began to be a situation where I could not sleep at night because I knew that this would actually empower me. I was super duper duper excited. So again, when I was able to accumulate enough coin and began to be able to exchange coin with others for people who wanted to invest in coin, because you see, the only way to accumulate this coin is not like other cryptocurrencies where you can actually go and purchase coin from a site and then be able to get your coin. You have to purchase your coin from individuals who have already invested in the coin and actually hold the coin themselves. So again, it is a community of partners, again, who are, do peer-to-peer transactions, who all believe in the power of the billion coin, who again trade goods and services in exchange for coin, or who actually invest in the coin by exchanging their fiat dollars, or for here in the United States, that means your US dollars. They would be exchanging those, and that's what they did do with me in order to accumulate the billion coins. So again, like I said, it allowed me to be able to move. I was in a situation, I didn't have a vehicle at the time and had suffered some financial just I was just deficient in a lot of ways with regard to some things that were going on in my life. So I cannot tell you that this is really, honestly, it was the first coin I ever invested in. It opened my eyes to cryptocurrency and what the power of cryptocurrency actually is. And it took my life, it really changed my life severely. I am so very thankful for what this coin has actually been able to do for me. Now, when I first came in, there were not any incentives to actually get into the community. You invested whatever amount and you got that amount. You invested, like, say, for instance, if you had $100, you were going to get $100 of the billion coin. We are doing different things to actually build the community now, and where we're doing what's called giving away Kringles. And Kringles are basically TBC, but they're increments of TBC. If you don't hold an entire coin, it's like the pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters of a whole, what a whole coin would actually be. So, say, for instance, if you had $1, if you break $1 down, it's penny, nickels, dimes, etc. It's no different with how, if you want to evaluate it and look at the same way how you would look at a whole coin opposed to Kringles, which would be bits and pieces of one particular coin. So what happened with that? We were giving away, I remember over the course of the last couple of months, we were doing $100 in Kringles, etc. I can remember that. Now, guys, we are actually doing a promotion where for a short period of time, guys, that's why you want to lock arms with someone, get yourself involved in this particular community, and get access to get $1,000 in Kringles, guys. It's $1,000. It is free to you. The only thing that you're going to actually be responsible for is a $10 wallet fee. It allows and helps with administrative fees to be able to do what's necessary, and with regard to maintenance and everything else on, as we begin to migrate. And we're in the process of a migration, if you will. Basically what that is, removing ourselves or moving from one blockchain to another. Over the course of the last couple of months, we had so many people doing transactions and so many people excited about the coin that after a while, our systems were not able to deal with the large capacity of transactions that we're going through on a daily basis. So it was slowing down the systems. And so at that point, when we realized the growth of the community, realizing that we needed to go over to a system that and a blockchain that could handle the large amount of activity that was going through on a daily basis. So temporarily, the mechanisms to send and receive those transactions were temporarily cut off for a majority of people to be able to do those transactions, so that that migration process could actually begin to occur. Now we're at a stage where those buttons have started to come back on for many people, for many of the leaders, people, and people have the ability to partner with many of the leaders who have been pushing the Billion Coin very hard and showing people what the coin actually does and how the coin can actually empower you. So, this is one of the reasons why I am doing this video today, and I'm going to continue to do videos on a daily basis so that I can help people understand the true value of what the Billion Coin is, how it can actually truly help your life, and just get word out, everywhere. Again, and like I said, this coin is not just a coin that is for people here in the United States. Just to kind of give you a general idea, when I became a part of the Billion Coin community, it was about 200,000 people. It was a little over 200,000 people. That was around February of 2017. Fast forward now, it is February the 5th, 2017, and we have over 2 million people around the world. We're talking about people in Philippines, people in Nigeria, people here in the USA, different parts of Africa, Asia. I mean, you name it. It is an amazing, amazing, amazing thing. I have business partners globally all around the world, and they understand the power of this particular coin. People have been able to purchase homes. People have been able to purchase cars. People have been able to purchase beachfront property, jewelry, anything you can possibly think of. I've seen people being able to do, cell phones and computers and laptops and, healthcare products. And I mean, you name it, it's been an amazing thing. So we've been able to help people around the world. I've seen communities that were suffering and lacking a few months ago, and they needed particular things. And so those people in those particular countries were able to reach out to partners here in the US of A and around the world that could supply things that they needed, like diapers. And, their country was going through particular crisis, and they were able to exchange their TBC dollars to be able to get diapers and food items, non-perishables and clothing and anything you could possibly think of that they needed in their economy. They were able to do that. And that's what, that's what TBC is all about. It's about empowering, people around the world and helping them and taking them out of financial crisis and, putting them at a point where they are no longer living in lack, and they can begin to, see something different and something better for themselves, as we see our economies around the world just kind of suffer and succumb to economic crisis. So I just want people to truly understand what the power of this is. And again, I encourage people to take advantage of, being a part of this community, especially, again, like I said, when I became a part of the community, the TBC was, I didn't have the incentive to be able to get free Kringles. I had to do, I came in and I invested, which I don't regret, not at all, but so that people can truly understand. I mean, come on, get this $1,000 in free Kringles. All you have to do is just sign up. And you'll be able to do that and pay just that $10 basic yearly, it's a $10 fee that covers you for maintenance on your account and things of that nature. If you was a $10 fee, administrative fee, if you will. We had a reward system. It was called Cookie Rewards. I'm excited about that as well, because if you were able to get at least 100 people and refer them to the Billion Coin, you were actually given a certain amount of cookies. I was able to obtain those 10 cookies for being able to bring that 100 people in as well. I had an excess of 100, but just super amazing. I'm excited about that as well. I'm excited about getting my send button back on. So I'm going to be doing everything I possibly can to promote. I have business partners that have already gotten their send buttons back on, and they're super duper excited. They're getting people involved. They're allowing people to be able to invest in the coin and be able to do some amazing things. So until next time, you guys have an amazing afternoon, and thank you for listening.